Well, hi. I just realized I didn't actually check to see what I wrote in the post. All right, well, here we go. Look at this. I just got a notification that I went live. All right, first and foremost, I have a new way of going live where I'm going to always schedule them. And when I schedule them, you'll get a little note, you'll get like a post, this whatever I'm using, StreamYard, will actually post it right to the Facebook group. And then there'll be a little, you guys might have seen it there yesterday. You'll see a little button that says set reminder. If you click that, I've been getting them, you get reminders to your phone. So I got a reminder that I was going live when I clicked that button. I got a reminder 20 minutes ago that I was going to be live in 20 minutes. And I got a reminder that I just popped on. So I think that's a good workaround because I know that's been frustrating for a lot of people that want to ask questions and they miss me. And so I do want to make sure that those who want to hang out are here for it. I'm aiming for every Friday, but I have 3 kids and they're all just about to end school. So our schedules are about to get a little cuckoo. Hello, Jeanette Salib. How are you? Did you have a good birthday? Did you enjoy not having to cook? Was that like the best thing in the whole world? That was my best thing that happened to me yesterday as well. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Yeah, if anyone is around. Oh, hi. Hello. Doreen is saying hi. Kelly Cook, nice to see you. Candace, my friend Candace, who always forgives me for all of my mistakes. You know what I'm talking about. Patty's in the house. Hi. Oh, I know. Jeanette says, best thing ever. I know. Not cooking is literally my favorite thing. So first and foremost, I wanted to say hi, and I super apologize for being MIA this week. As always, I'm like nose to the grindstone, but when I'm like particularly quiet, which I have been this week, it's because I'm working on a book. Like when I do books, it's really all consuming. And the new book that I'm doing, I actually finished because I've been working around the clock. It's for my club members. Yes. And that's like actually the first thing I want to show you today. Today is actually a really important announcement because it affects a ton of you guys. So I have things that I want to show you. I have things that I need to tell you. So hopefully, and I'm actually going to take the link for this and I will send it. I'll make sure that it goes out in the email on Monday with my newsletter so that everybody can maybe make sure that you get informed of all the things. Oh, Patricia, your appointment got rescheduled. Oh, well, hi, girl. Yay. Christina's just popping in. What is up? Awesome. Patty, hello from Massachusetts. I'm from Massachusetts. Yeah, I had to finish it. Well, because I have other things to do, so I just banged it out. But let me show. I'm just going to show you. All right, I'm going to cut right to the chase. We have a new club that's opening. It was supposed to open on June 7th. So my first announcement is that it's now going to be opening on July 7th. And the reasons are many, but mainly because my most important team member, her name is Sherry DeFresney, and you'll never hear me talk about her because she's super behind the scenes, but there's so many pieces to making Awesome Art School and all the things that I do run smoothly. There's many people whose names never get credit because they're literally 10 miles away. She's in Canada and she's the one, her title is VA, so she's a virtual assistant, but she's paramount to making my little business all work together. She is on vacation this week and I can't open doors to a new club without her having set up a bunch of things first. So you know me, I'm always working 80,000 miles an hour and I'm working too fast for her. She's on vacation this week. So we're going to have to just be patient. The good news about pushing the opening of the Celtic Collective to July 7th, there's many good things. And a couple of the things that have come out of having to wait, because I'm really bad about waiting. And every time somebody makes me wait, usually a book has to come out of that, is I actually decided to redo, and don't panic, by the way, if you say that. If you're a current club member and you're like, but I already have a guide, I'm just you all have this in your classroom in about, as soon as I hop off live, this is what I'm going to do. I remade the guide to the clubs and I remade it in color. And I also remade it for all the clubs to how to log in. I'm going to actually show it to you right now. I'm going to put it in the classroom for the Celtic Collective. I'm putting it in the classroom for the Fun Fab Drawing Club. And I'm going to put this in the classroom for the Mixed Media Society as well. And let me show you why it's handy and why I want you all to have it. Again, oh, Tara's here too. Hi. So I just want to show it to you. Share my screen. Oh, that's always like a really funky view. So what? Oh, I want to show. Oh, I can never figure this out. Hold on. I think I need to show my other screen because it's too confusing. Add to stream. No, I don't want that. Let me get this. Stop screen. Hang on. I want to show it to you just so you can see the difference. And because a lot of people have been like, is there a color version? And before there hasn't been. Share screen. All right, I'm going to do this other monitor. There we go. And then I'm going to put, this is actually really, really neat. This is like super behind the scenes stuff right now. This is actually within KDP. This is the company that I publish my books through. So when I finish my book files and I upload them, this is actually like, this is really me working. Like you can see how I'm laying this out. And when everything is all approved, then I can hit publish and it literally goes right to Amazon. So this is really cool. So this is all, so proud of this. Almost freaking killed me making this so quickly. But I really just wanted to make you guys just make it really easy when you join up, especially now that we have 3 clubs, to just figure out how to quick log in and get to your classes so you can have fun. Like that's literally the end goal of this whole thing. So this is a guide. Oh, and you know what else I put in here that we didn't have before was I didn't realize for a really long time how many people use iPads and not computers. So now I have the iPad instructions on all the login and account information stuff too. So I hope that this new sexy version just helps. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing worse than joining something and being like, oh, now how the hell do I get to the lessons? And this is literally like all this will show you. All right, so this, I made it super straightforward. It's all happy and pretty. This will be right in your classroom for you right now. Like as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to put this in. So here's the 3 clubs. Again, July 7th is when the Celtic Collective will open. And I have another announcement about that. I'm going to talk right after I show you this. Okay. And which you will, it's very exciting as well. So here's how to log in from a computer on the left, on the right, how to log in from an iPad. I know this has been a huge, you know, stumbling block for a lot of people. Is like, how the heck? Oh, Jeanette, convert the okay, we'll talk about that later, Jeanette. Okay, so what's a club? What's a classroom? What's a lesson? And there's 2 ways to get to the lessons. There's way 1 and there's way 2. And so there's one way, which is this way, which is going through Awesome Art School. So I show you how to get there if, you know, all 3 ways, both ways for all 3 clubs. And then there's way 2, which is by going to the visual index and picking it actually based on the picture. So there's 2 ways to get to your lessons. And it's just so much easier if you can see this all. If you can see this all in front of you. So this is really fun, exciting thing we have in the Celtic Collective too. Lucy and I have come up with this just little dot system. So you can kind of find out where you're going to start, like what level you're at. So you either maiden, mistress, or goddess. Yes, yes, yes. And then you can actually, there's little symbols next to all the projects. So you can like quick at a glance kind of figure out what would be a good thing that would be good level for you. And then again, how do you download stuff? How do you download PDFs? How do you download PNG files? How do you download videos? What can you download? And then if anything is super important, I will just put that little caution sign. How do you watch the YouTube videos at Awesome Art School? How do you post photos? How do you post them in the classroom? How do you post them on Facebook? Oh, good. So I'm glad that, yeah. Well, I mean, that's just, yeah, I don't want, you know, you pay a lot of money to hang out with me. I want to make sure that like, you know how to do it so we can get going. So again, question, what are the new lessons? When are the Facebook Lives? Who do you contact for help? So a couple new things for the Celtic Collective. Again, Lucy and I, so as you know, for the Drawing Club and Mixed Media, I alternate Sundays. So it's like every other week somebody gets a new lesson. The Celtic Collective is going to be a little bit different. But again, all this information is right here for you. We're going to release we're going to have like a theme, like Fairy Queen. And then we're going to announce that on the 21st, we're going to have a Zoom party with all of you, whoever wants to come and join. And we are going to announce the theme for the upcoming week. We'll probably share, because we're always nerding out about our podcast. We'll be sharing things that we've been talking about on our podcast and with you. And then we'll announce the theme for the next month. And then on the 7th, Lucy and I are going to do separate lessons on the same theme. So you'll get 2 Fairy Queen lessons from us that month, released on the same day. But then you're going to have the month to try one or both, or take one technique and use it on the other ones, and like mix and match. And then again, on the 21st, we're going to all meet together and we're going to reveal the next month's theme and things. So it's going to be really different than the other 2 clubs, which is super fun. So here's information on the Facebook Lives. And yeah, like this was literally yesterday. This was me yesterday. I see this. This is the post that you saw on the Facebook group. And then, oh, look. There we go. I'll zoom in. And then you can click this get reminder. And then right away, this shot up on my phone. That was like in real time. I took a screenshot and I put it in the book. And then, like I said, I got more. I got, what's it called? I got reminders. Uh-oh. No. Now I need to go smaller again. How do I get that smaller? The heck? Oh, there we go. So yeah, left is a bunch of super useful links to things that might help you with more information. And then if you have questions, here are the people that you can email for help, and also what their emails are. And I even put a little blurb about like what they can help you with in case you're not sure. Jeanette Salib, who's hanging out with us right now, she is the resident artist and she hangs out over at Awesome Art School. So when you see the magical teammate hang out with you, that's Jeanette, and she knows her stuff about art supplies and techniques. And she also like truly understands the fact that like having fun is the most important thing, and that's what makes us good artists, and then the techniques. So she's at your service. You have questions about things like that. That information is here for you. Tara, who's here in the group every single day. By the way, Tara, how's your teeth? She had massive oral surgery yesterday. Are you okay? Is there a manual for raising kids? God, no, but I need one desperately because I'm having a hell of a time with my teenagers right now. So Tara's here. She can help with billing, Facebook, Patreon questions, account statuses, all that kind of stuff. And I wrote it here for you. Margot Brush is actually a good friend of mine. I just hired her maybe 2 weeks ago, and she is helping me out with all the information. She can help you out with pricing and clubs and books, login for information and anything. We're on a daily basis. All of these lovely ladies are in touch with me on a daily basis to help me, you know, help you, basically, is their jobs. Oh, good. I'm glad you're hanging in there, Tara, on the chocolate ice cream helped. Had a little surprise drop off for Tara yesterday. Yeah, I went and got ice cream for my boys and swung by. Chocolate. Sandra says, doesn't that help with almost everything? Yes, it does. I know, I need some too. And then I put Lucy's info here as well because Lucy is co-directing the Celtic Collective with me. So that way, in case you have questions for her, then you can then you can get a hold of her. And I needed one more page just to finish out the book because it was like you can't end on an odd page. So I was like, oh, okay, so I threw in some fun facts about my books. Like, did you know the Hands book has a new cover? That's a fun fact. I haven't even told anybody yet. Yeah, it has a new cover because it goes really along with like the Faces book. So The colors were not quite the same, which I really liked the colors. There was nothing wrong with that, but I thought, how are people going to know they're kind of like go hand in hand? Get it? Oh, hand in hand. If they don't really look together. So I kind of rebranded that. What else? Oh yeah. If you already have one of these books, this is fine. The information in this guide that I'm showing you right now is the same information that's in those guides. It's just in color and it's a little happier and it's not mixed in with the workbook part of these books. So don't worry, if this is perfectly good, this is perfectly fine, and is not, and it's in addition to, it's the same information. So don't freak out. So this book that I'm showing you is simply like, it's like the guide without the workbook part. And this was Tara's idea, which I think is phenomenal. So what I am going to do is actually I'm having, and Mandy Brown, who helped me with all of these other books, and Lucy are going to make separate workbooks that are super optional for the club. So Lucy is going to be making, let me stop my screen. Lucy's going to be making the workbook for the Celtic Collective, and Mandy's making the workbooks for the other two clubs. So they'll be like, if you already have one of the workbooks, it's the same. It just doesn't have the login information. That's the only difference. So it's kind of like for new members coming forward, just to let you know that that is there. And then it'd be super fun for the Celtic Collective to have their own little workbook as well. But I like the fact that this login information guide is for all three clubs. So you can be 1, 2, or especially some people like to skip around, like they'll do Fun Fab drawing for 6 months and then they'll do mixed media for 6 months. And that way, like you have the one guide for both things. Okay. I'm just making sure. Okay. Belle, I'm going to answer this question in right now. I'm going to talk about pricing, and then I'm going to talk about, what else am I going to talk about? Pricing, Celtic Collective. I feel like I'm forgetting something. All right. Well, Tara, let me know what I'm forgetting. Okay. So pricing for the clubs. I wanted to make sure that anybody who wants 3 clubs, all 3, is not paying a penny more than what they're paying right now. So the most that anybody is paying right now for the 2 other clubs, because I've only had bundles, thank you. Because I haven't had a way to bundle. I have had a little bit of way on Patreon, but Patreon is caused a lot more confusion than help. So I'm moving away from Patreon in terms of the clubs because it's just confusing. And also this is a solution to that confusion, which is everything is now at Awesome Art School in terms of clubs. So the most that anyone is paying right now for both clubs is $27 for one, $27 for the second one. So the most anyone is paying is $54. Right now, anyone who is paying $54 and wants to join the Celtic Collective can do so for free. Okay, there's no additional cost to you if anybody wants to join. Okay, so yay. So I've had a lot of people reach out like, I'm in 2, but I can't swing 3. And I'm like, I hear you. I wouldn't be able to either. So hopefully that's yay Christmas in July for you. The only kind of catch is a purely administrative one, which is that, and this will happen on July 7th, along with the launching of the Celtic Collective or the opening, is that you'll just have to opt into that at Awesome Art School. So you're going to actually join that bundle. I'm calling it the Wonder Bundle because it's all 3. And then you'll have to, who's calling me? And then you'll have to then just cancel your current subscriptions. Just that way, because, and this is tied to my VA who's not working this week. This is why she's so essential to making this happen. Because what happens is in my system, you're kind of tagged as being a student of all 3, and your billing is corrected through Awesome Art School, but also you're getting the right emails from me. And it's just, in the internal system software part of it is happy. So that's the only kind of weird catch. Okay. Yearly members, hang on one second. Okay. where was I? Okay, if you are, and I'm going to open everything up in July 7th too, because I think there's going to be a lot of rearranging by a lot of people. So that just makes it easy. So don't be confused. So the 3 clubs will still be available individually. They're all going to be $27, but from July 7th to like August 7th, we're going to discount the Celtic Collective to 20 because we're just opening doors, although there'll be a lot of lessons in there when doors are open. So that'll be our early bird price. And then all 3 are just going to be 27 from now until forever. So if you want to bundle any of them, the first one will be 27 and the second one will be 17. Okay. So if anyone is in 2 right now and they're paying 27 each, you can cancel those and join the bundle. That will save you $10 a month. Okay. If anyone wants all 3, again, the third one ends up being $10, or 2 for full price, get the third one for free. However you want to think about it. Now, if you've already signed up for a year membership, then just write out your year membership and you already got the best deal there going. So that doesn't affect the cost of your year membership. You might, if you want to like switch up or join a bundle, you'll just want to cancel that, which just means you won't get renewed automatically when your year end is up. And then you can switch to whatever you want to do after that. Yeah, and everybody's grandfathered in where they're at, by the way. There are some people that are paying $12 for the Fun Fab Drawing Club. Like if you joined in 2018, I have some on Patreon, they're paying 10 because they've been with me for years. If that's what you're paying, you still don't move. Stay right where you are. You're totally grandfathered in. Everybody's grandfathered where they're at. But for new people, if you can go grab a discount, then come and, stay with me, but get your better deal discount. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So there'll be bundles available at Awesome Art School for all the different possibilities. So if you want the Wonder Bundle, you can just go grab it and then just cancel what you already have, if that's what you want. If you want, stop with I'm getting like spammed with phone calls. Stop. If you want, drawing club and mixed media only, then you can grab that bundle and save $10 a month. If you want the Celtic Collective and the Mixed Media Society, you can go grab that one and save $10 a month. You want the drawing club and the Celtic Collective, you can do that one and save $10 a month. So I just never had a way before to save money except for Patreon. Now, if you're over on Patreon and you're in both, you're paying $49. And so now it'll be cheaper for you. It'll be $44 to do it at Awesome Art School. So if I was you, I would come over to Awesome Art School and do that way, because then you're saving money as well. Yes. Yes. Yeah, you just go whatever Patreon. You just stay. If you're happy and you're getting the cheapest, you stay there. If you can jump to Awesome Art School and save, then I recommend that you do so. Tara had a good idea. She said, can you show the visuals of the bundles? I will do that right now. I will share my screen. Yeah, it is helpful to see them. And I will share this screen because that's way easier. Let me find where that is. This is also my little inside, where am I? Inside little scoop. This is where I make all my things. Oh, this is what I almost forgot. Oh my God, this is really big. Before I show you the bundles, hang on, before I forget. Celtic Collective. I feel super bad that I'm making everybody wait another month. So I just opened this as the supplies classroom. This is open right now for free. So if you go to awesomeartschool.com, you can actually just enroll in this quill and parchment classroom for free. And then you have access to, Lucy and I did like a big supplies presentation. And we talked about the fact that we're doing all of the Celtic Collective lessons for us both. We're using with like a finite, really cool number of supplies. So we do, it's like an hour presentation Zoom. So you can watch that. There's links to all the supplies, but you can really learn about exactly what we're going to be doing. There's some other lessons in there too that you have access to. I have an interview with Lucy about the difference between gouache and watercolors. There's a few other things. So we opened all that up for whoever like is bummed or that they have to wait another month, or this way you can help like wrap your brain around what, if you want to join, what you'll need. Yeah. So you can go to Awesome Art School right now and just join this. It's totally free. And this is what it looks like. Oh, that's on the screen. So yeah, so this is opening July 7th. There's me and Lucy. And yeah, so I hope that helps kind of wet your whistle and at least give you something to watch and do and get excited with us, because Lucy and I are chomping at the bits to go. Actually, I'm recording my podcast with her and right after I get off with you guys. So let me show you, what the bundles are going to look like at Awesome Art School. If I can find where they are. Oh, here we are. So just to get a visual of what they'll look like. So these are how I make my little thumbnails. Oh, and I'm doing a bit of rebranding and org too. God, there is so much I have to tell you guys. And this is why you haven't heard from me all week, because this is what I've been doing. So because the guide and the workbook are becoming two separate things, in your classrooms, this used to have a cover. This used to be a classroom that had the cover of the book with the eye for like the drawing club. So now you'll have 3 PDFs in there. You're going to have the new fancy color guide that I just showed you. You're going to have the original workbook and guide that you already have. And then you're going to have the new workbook version in there too. And all of those, I probably will phase out the older ones. And then I'll just on Amazon, but you just keep the PDF. And again, it's not a waste. That's still like current information in there. And the fact that I have it on Amazon is actually more for me. And so it's easy for me to ship things to people around the world. But this is the thumbnail for the classroom is going to look a little bit different. So it'll look like this without having the picture of the book on it. And also now to make it super color coded, which is kind of what I was showing you before, is now when you log into like Mixed Media Society, everything is only blue. Like there's no other colors. There's no black. Oh, there is one black. There's no other colors. Everything is blue. So all your mixed media things, just like this. All right. So all of the drawing club things are going to be pink and white. All the mixed media is going to be blue, and the Celtic Collective will be green. So like those are the things that you're paying attention to. So when you get to Awesome Art School on July 7th, you'll have all these bundles that were never there before. And I'm so happy that we finally figured this out. It's taking me like an embarrassingly long time to work out this whole bundle situation. I'm so sorry, but it is really complicated from a software perspective. A special class kickoff. Yeah, we probably should, Karen. Probably me and myself and Lucy definitely need to do something. It's a great idea with whiskey, obviously. So if you want to do these two together, you can just open, I'm pointing over here because you're staring at my monitor that's over to my left. You're going to look for this one. It's very straightforward. So if these are the two you want now, you can grab those two. Or if you want these two, you can grab those two instead. Or this, again, might be what you already have, but if you can save $10, come on over and grab this one, and then you can stop your other billing. So I love my little Nomi gnome. Yeah, so those will all be there, and they've never been there before. So hopefully that in your brain kind of helps you like figure out the difference for the two. So this is a fantastic question right here. So I'm subscribed to both clubs. Do I need to change anything or just enjoy the new format? So the new format is actually nothing is changing at Awesome Art School. The only thing that's changing is how you're billed. So if you're already in these, and it depends on what you're paying. So if you're already enrolled in both clubs and you want all three, you don't just like log in one day and the Celtic Collective is there. You'll have to buy the Wonder Bundle, and then you'll cancel your other two. Does that make sense? If you are in both clubs right now and you want to stay in them and you don't want the Celtic Collective and you're happy with your price, because I don't know what price you were paid. I don't know what price you're paying when you joined. If you signed up when the drawing club is $12, you're like, I'm not going anywhere. Don't move. Okay, you won't go anywhere. You would just enjoy what you already have and you don't make any changes. if you signed up when both were 27, and this new bundle is only 37 instead of, I can't do math, not 37. If it's 44 instead of 54, then you're going to want to join this bundle and cancel your current membership so that you can get that money savings. Does that make sense? Oh my God, Tara, I'm reading this. There's a YouTube video tour of the Celtic Collective. You know what's so bad? I'm so busy that I'm like, there is? I don't even remember making that. And this is why I have team members who are magical, because I go so fast, I can't even keep up with myself. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Yeah. You can also go to Awesome Art School, and there's a waitlist page that tells you all about the Celtic Collective. Like, it's all, and it's free. You can sign up to the waitlist it doesn't cost any money, but you can go there and scroll. We talk about all the things that we're going to be doing in the club. Oh, and you know what else you can do? So fancy, I almost forgot. You can also check out the Celtic Collective at onescottoneknot.com, because we have all the classes right there. So if you go to onescottoneknot.com and click on Art Club, you can see what we've done, when you join, what's already in here, which is actually a ton, because we're crazy like that. All right, so there's me and Lucy. This is what you're getting into when you join the Celtic Collective, by the way. There's nothing. Oh, I'm happy to answer your question, but I'm not sure what that means. Or like use a full sentence, because there's a lot of comments coming in, so it's hard to tell. So, oh, that's not my screen. So you can come here and sign up for the wait list here. This is us just being excited and welcoming you. This is a little blurb about me and Lucy. So these are all the lessons that you'll get right away when you sign up. So this is the quill and parchment. This is the art supplies. So when you sign up today for that free one, this is there, this is there, this is there, this is there. I can't remember if this one is there or not. This one is still being edited. We're still really like in the works of getting this all prepared. These 4 will open when it opens on July 7th, because we're still working on editing those videos. The scribe notes is actually the cheat sheet library of the Celtic Collective, because it sounds super fancy. Sorry, I want to answer questions. If you have a cheaper price for both, will you have to pay for the Celtic Collective? It just depends on what you're paying now versus what things are at. So the Celtic Collective alone is $20 if you want to join it. If it's an add-on, I don't know what you're paying now, so I can't answer the question. I'm so sorry, but you can. I can reiterate the prices if you want to help you. You can do the math on your time and figure out which. I would just say do whatever one is cheapest for you always. This is a great question. If you just paid in May, no, you would just carry out you would just carry. We're not backtracking anything. We're just going forward, because everyone already, like, there's way too many members to like retrofit everyone. So we're just kind of July going forward. So I would carry out your memberships, and then if you want to add Celtic Collective later on, you can do it. And we're going to keep doors open to everything, so there's not going to be a huge hurry to have to make any decisions or whatever. And also the annual memberships are tied to all the books have been mailed out and sent out, and everybody's all squared away. So yeah, this is just July forward. These are the new pricing plans, and everything. This is that cool little 1, 2, 3 little fun coding system that we came up with. So if you're brand new to art, like you've never done watercolors or drawings or anything, this whole classroom is for you. These are for, we were going to call it virgins, but then we thought maybe that was just a little bit too like inappropriate. And maidens are virgins. So in our heads, we're laughing because we were going to call this virgins classroom. But this is where you would start. And we've actually, these are all lessons to demonstrate and teach you about. These are the supplies that we are going to be using and only using. We're using drawing, watercolors, inks, and toned paper and graphites. I'm sorry, I don't want to miss any questions. Do you have to be in one of the other clubs? Nope. No, they're all sold separately or bundled if you want. So no, you don't. You can do it just the Celtic Collective. You can join all by itself for 20 bucks. That's it. Very simple. Sorry, I'm doing this for those who want, a lot of people want more than one club. And so this gives everybody the chance to save some money if they want to do that. I'm so sorry. If you have questions about your own like pricing, just reach out to one of us afterwards and we can help you figure that out. All right, the Sealy Court. We actually just did our podcast episode on the Unsealy and Sealy Court. Just was released yesterday on One Scott, One Not. Thank you, Tara. Tara just shot out her email. Yeah, it's magicalteammember@gmail.com. Well, if you can ask Tara, or awesomeartschool@gmail.com. If you have questions about your own particular situation, we would be happy to help you. So as you can see, some of these projects might be new to some people. Some of them, they will be totally brand new, but we're kind of starting off here. And obviously these classrooms are going to build out like crazy over time. So if you don't know, the Unsealy fairy, the fairies that live in the Unsealy Court are bad. They're bad, but we're going to have some drawing some bad fairies. And the Sealy ones are good. We actually have a section on sexy fairies, so we're very excited. The Ancient Apothecary is going to be actually we're recording our podcast episode today, which is all going to be about like magical botanicals. Okay, so actually this is a really fat PDF that I created because I taught this at my first Scottish Castle art retreat. And it's filled with fun, true, of course, fairy magical facts and watercolor illustration references for the most magical botanicals. So anything like that is going to go in this apothecary classroom. We have little magic mushrooms. We have the Scottish thistle. So we're getting it started with some lessons we've already done with a mix of new demos for supplies. And then we're going to be only doing new things start July forward. Is the Scott? That's a really good question. No, it is not. It is explicit. We have potty mouths, so yes, that's a very good question. And we actually have a little caution, what's it called, at the beginning on our intro. Although I forgot to put it, I was in such a hurry this week, I actually forgot to upload it. There's a lot of F-bombs. I know, I'm not gonna lie. That's a good question. I'm glad you asked. Yeah, there's drinking and swearing. I know. If you're not into that, don't listen to the podcast. But if you love magic and fairies and fantasy and a little whiskey on the side, you will love it. So the Many Magnificent Manses classroom, we are going to be doing, when we do like castles, we're going to be doing more fairy houses, anything like that, which I cannot wait. And I have a huge one that I actually need to upload that I was like, their Fun Fab Drawing Club's Christmas present this year was a giant castle project. I'm going to be uploading that here as well. What is the cost for Canadians? I don't have the exchange rate. I have no idea. It's 20 bucks in the US. If you want to go Google what is $20 in Canadian dollars, that's your answer. I have no idea. Sandy says she's not lying. I think she's referring to the amount of adult content that is in our podcast. Yes, it is kind of like I know. It's like me and Lucy. This is like how we are when we really hang out. So I know. The polite gloves are off. We're talking magic and drinking. I know, sorry. Yeah, if you're not into that, don't listen. Okay, and then we're gonna have obviously mythical creatures is definitely gonna be a tab. So rabbit, dragons, and mermaids and unicorns. Like we are a little bit bursting for all of this stuff. Yes, there is a yearly subscription. It's the same as for all the other subscriptions where it's a year, it gets you 2 months free, and you save $100 a year, depending on, I forget, it's all in there, but it's 2 months free. So whatever that math is. So if you do the Wonder Bundle, which is all 3 clubs for a year, it's 50, that's 2 clubs, you get 1 free, so it's $54. And if you did 12 months, that would normally be $648, but it's only $540. So you're saving over $100. And you do get the free guide as well, yes. Thanks. I think it makes it more fun. It's so fun. Like it's my most favorite thing to talk about. Yeah, it's not your Disney. Yeah, you know, real fairies, no air quotes, fairies are real, are like pretty evil. Like they're not like Tinkerbell and wings. No, they're all like kind of out to kill you. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Yeah, there's like a 2-hour ghost episode where we have a guest on who tells us like these crazy ghost stories. And I actually have been so busy. I haven't even published our YouTube video from yesterday. I like just need to press the button. I'm writing myself a note. YouTube, one Scott, one not. I've been like trying to get that guide out because I have so many other things to do. It has been a struggle. Okay, I wrote myself a note. Okay, and then our last one is this Master's Apprentice. Now, Lucy and I are both like geeking out excited, particularly over this one. Because what we're going to do, I don't even want to stand up because you're going to see how badly crazy Ellie I'm dressed. But I'm going to do it anyways. And there's Maggie. Maggie. What are you doing? Oh, there's a good girl. Oh. Is that we are going to be like really studying the big fantasy illustrators. So I feel like I've talked about this already, but maybe I'm just going crazy. So, you know, the Brian Frouds, I feel like everybody knows Brian Frouds, but we're really going to be, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute, but this Master's Apprentice classroom is really where all these are going to live. So we're going to like really be studying and copying, but copying to learn. And then we're going to do our own twist on it. So my drawing club members might remember when I was doing the Fun Fab Figures many weeks long sessions. Do you remember where the first week we would use the quadrant method to copy like exactly from a reference? And then the week afterwards, I had that like 9 ways to make it your own. And then we would take the exact same reference and then make it completely our own, like twist it into our own complete different artwork. So we're going to be doing things a little bit like that. I'm so freaking excited. So we have been like collecting these amazing books that are just filled with mythical creatures, but we are going to be studying, literally, we're going to be our Master's Apprentices, where we are going to be poring over these resources and totally trying to figure out, like, how did they do that? How did they make it look like that? And then again, we're going to be then using that and like then flexing our creativity skills to make our own amazing pieces of art. So I think copying is like essential to learning. So instead of shying away from it, we're going to embrace the shit out of it. And we're going to make it be the fuel for our own like awesome creative fires. And Lucy and I are freaking out about it, excited, actually. So that's the Celtic Collective in a nutshell. And hopefully the bundles and all the reduced pricing will allow anyone who doesn't want to leave where they're at to come and join us. And if you want to leave her out and come and join us, that's fine too. We don't care. We're just happy. We're just happy to get it. Oh, love it. Love it. Yeah. Yay. I'm glad you're not offended by our potty mouths. We're always like, should we hold back? And then I was like, I can't. I'm so tired of holding back. Yeah, this is that's a very cool process. And I think it's like, that's how you learn to take your art to the next level. You know, like that's a little magical, taking the time to learn how to do that. It does take time, and it takes imagination, and it takes a little bit of hard work, to be honest. It's much easier to just copy somebody and be done. I always get a kick out of people when they're like, I want to sign up for your classes. Can I sell everything I make? And I'm like, and I just want to be like, you can, but like, how, like, that's kind of lame. Like, you're not doing any work. You're just copying and then trying to sell it. Like, the real, like, I think the copying part is awesome. Oh, I did mention that, Tara, but I'll mention it again. Thank you. The copying part is essential. Like, you have to like learn your techniques from somewhere, and that process of copying, like, it like hones your observational skills. Like, there's a ton of amazing things that are super important and fundamental when you copy people's work. And then the flip side of that is then learning how to take those skills and then use those pieces for inspiration to make something totally new. That's like, it's literally like a division. Like, copying is one set of skills, and then making it your own and doing something else is like a completely different set of skills. So in the Celtic Collective, we're really going to be focusing on doing both of those, which is awesome. We're really excited about it. And I think that also the coolest thing about, I wish Lucy was on, she's at a doctor's appointment right now, I wish I could bring her on, is that you're getting two totally different perspectives. Like, the way that we're both using the same supplies, but like the way that we use those supplies are totally different from one another. So it's kind of, I think it's such an advantage to have different teachers teach you. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like more bang for your buck. And plus, are you sick of me by now? I know I am. So it's really nice just to like bring more people to the party. Oh, thank you. Thank you for loving me, despite my F-bombs. I appreciate that. Awesome. Okay, so Tara texted me on the slide because she's awesome like that, to make sure that you know that the $20 for the Celtic Collective is an intro price. Yeah, it is. We just found it was really confusing when I started the Fun Fab Drawing Club at 12, and then it was like 13, and then it was like 18, and then it was 24, and then it was 27, and then it was super confusing. And we're like, hey, we're showing up by 100%, like every week, every other week, every month for you guys. So all three clubs are 27 forever, but the Celtic Collective, if you want to hop on before August 7th, will be 20, because it is nice to have an intro price, and there isn't as much as there will be like in a month, but then we're going to fill that puppy up super fast. So thank you to Tara and Jeanette. All right, who has questions for me? Because I am a ret to jet. Do you want to see anything in the guide more closely? Do you want to have a closer look at any of the visual indexes for any of the clubs? Do you want to look at the pictures of the clubs again, to like, if you want to go back and look at something that I already clicked past? Is there anything else while I'm here that I can answer for you? Because I am happy to. Just looking, I don't know why I got all these phone calls, so I was just making sure. All right, anyone? And by the way, I have been, even though I haven't been commenting, I have been popping in the group as I do, and I just want to reiterate again, like, the number of supportive comments and just people sharing their stories and their inner heart with their artwork is just freaking awesome. And you guys totally rock. I know this has been like a really hard, like 2021 has not been any easier than 2020, I feel like. And I just don't know what I would do without art and you guys. Like, you guys are like my little happy place, just so you know, for sure. Oh, I'm glad you're having so much fun, Trisha. I'm delighted that you're here. We are doing our best to like make things fun and keep things exciting. and to keep things affordable and doable for everyone. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm not seeing any more questions. There is a delay, and I do know that. So, so again, just to reiterate, bundles are coming for cost savings. The Celtic Collective, as well as all the bundle options, will all be open and available starting July 7th. And we should have some sort of kickoff party. I'll bring Lucy on for sure, and we can have a little party. That's a good question. Tara, or can you email Tara? We can email you back. Or if you want to email us where you're at, and then we can tell you what the best package is. If you email magicalteammember@gmail.com, Tara can help you find the best monetary solution for you. We want to get you the most art for the least amount of bucks for your pocket, for sure. Oh, thanks, Denise. You're welcome, Karen, for sure. Yeah, I know I'm trying not to make it confusing, but I am trying to make it affordable. That's the main thing. Thank you, Tara. All right, anything else? I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. You're welcome, Candace. Yeah, and for those of you, there's been a good tone paper series going on my drawing YouTube channel. If anyone's been scared about drawing on tone paper, you definitely might want to check that out. I have a real-time face drawing tutorial in tone paper coming out on Monday. And actually, because those are all real-time videos too, those are the basis for the tone paper explanations in the Celtic Collective. So yeah, they're a pretty good series. And there's another cheat sheet. Oh, this is what I could also let you know, that, as you know, I make cheat sheets all the time. So for those current club members and people who have signed up for the YouTube and cheat sheet library at Awesome Art School, make sure you log in there for real, because there's new cheat sheets in there. Lucy made a cheat sheet on mixing watercolor skin tones. There is my 5-page tone paper packet that's new in there too. So yeah, make sure you go and log in and go grab those freebies. Those are all there for you. Awesome. All right. Well, without further ado, I'm going to log off, and then I have a podcast to record, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to say. So I need to go figure that out. But Tara has dropped her email quite a few times, so you can feel free to email her about pricing questions. And yeah, it was awesome hanging out. All right, and I'm gonna link and I'm gonna email the Celtic Collective waitlist people right now, so make sure they have all the details as well. So thank you guys for hanging out, and I will. Oh, hold on, I just got a question. Yeah. Oh, you do have to wait. Yeah. Sorry, you have to wait till the 7th. Yep. Everyone has to wait to the 7th for everything. My VA is on vacation, and I can't do any of that without her. Ooh, I love that. I will definitely see you in the lands of a little folk for sure. Awesome. Awesome. Yes. Sorry about the July 7th. I know no one's more disappointed than me and Lucy, but it helps us get more things ready. So there'll be more for you to open when doors do open. And current club members too, I'm going to be uploading that new color guide in your workbook and guide classroom in your clubs, like literally when I hang up from you right now. Oh my God, Jeanette, party in the fairy ring. Hell yeah, for sure. Yes, Patricia, you're probably right. I think it's going to be, it'll be a little bit of scurrying to get people kind of reorganized, and then going forward, it should be pretty chill. Christina, you're so welcome. I'm excited to see you there. Your little boys' pictures are so cute with their little hat. Look at that little newsboy hat. Stop it. And look at this is that a bowler? It's so cute. You guys are so cute. Awesome. All right. Well, if you have any questions, you know where to find us. You can email me too, Karen@awesomeartschool.com, or Tara or Jeanette is awesomeartschool@gmail.com. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.